Hi, everybody. Welcome to the QB School. I am JT O'Sullivan. Today, Mac Jones, preseason week 2, fired up, locked in. Let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. Before we dive into the video, a quick reminder again about the Quarterback School Patreon community. If you haven't joined already, please think about becoming a patron. It's pretty simple to sign up. It's as cheap as it's ever been. You get even more Quarterback School content. I really do appreciate your support. The link is in the video description. Hop over there, join, become a patron. I appreciate it. As for this video, let's get into it. What's going on here? Mac Jones in a comprehensive offense, running RPOs, third level, doing what he does? Thank you, Billy O. My goodness. I mean, same side duo. Reading 20, inserts into the run, flips his hips. In my opinion, one of the harder RPO footworks we're going to talk about. What is going on here? We're running what I'm going to call is one-back duo. We're going to be able to come out here and just, what's going on right here? Here's our conflict defender. He inserts into the run. Let's glance him. So right behind his ear, come up here, boom. Whether it's a glance or a slant, it doesn't really matter. Now, why I say it's the harder action is just because your feet, when you go to hand this thing off, you'll turn this way, and then you'll have to flip your hips back to get lined up to throw this. So you kind of have to do this little like old school quarter eagle high school football thing. Not easy to do. See him come down, insert, unblocked, flip, throw. Let's go, Mac Jones. I like it. A lot to like right here. Again, this is just duo up front for me. Get 2 double teams with the one back. You can see the double teams to the left. Coming downhill with the back, reading the mic. There really is no mic, so you're going to go front side B. They run stunt into it. Nice job from Mac Jones. Next one here, 3rd and 3. Now this is an incompletion penalty. Get a 1st and goal from the 1. Great. I just love the route down here to the bottom. I like the design. I love the switch release. I think maybe we'll talk about the details of this route that could be a little bit better. But it just looks like a competent offense to me. And I'm smiling as I say that. There's no like bullshit route combinations that have no chance. These are, so the first thing here is we start in 1x3 nub extended bunch. Okay, we get to 2x2 stack essentially. Now, what I will say here concept-wise is that if we're going to do this, and this is where the ball ends up going, so I'm going to call this switch release here. I would love to see literally the number 1 come in here and sell this a little bit more like we're going on the shallow or like we're doing something in breaking here and then come out of it, as opposed to maybe kind of just letting the release work to kind of get you to the leverage you want. Because you'd really love, in a perfect world, this guy to think you're going across the field so that when you come, let him go, then you come underneath him and now he's going and then you snap out of it, as opposed to kind of, you know, this just got a little bit of like banana vibes to me. It doesn't look like one is ever really going in. So watch the switch release. Whoop. You know, could he just be more violent working in right there and then nod him in and then come out of it? Either way, I love this kind of route combination. We're switch releasing and then we're switching back. So switch, switch. The old infinity slalom. Get you a penalty, get you a running touchdown pretty soon. Nice job from Mac Jones getting it up and down. Good little touch. Another incompletion here, but I think it's a sign, a good sign. We're going to throw a seam to the number 2 down to the bottom. He misses them. I think it's there. I don't think he puts it exactly where he wants. The other thing I would say is footwork-wise, this is not the world I would want to live in to throw a seam. Doesn't mean that you can't. Okay, I'm just saying it's harder than maybe it necessarily has to be. So the first thing to pay attention to is just look at Mac Jones' hands. So he's pointing up top to the slot. If both of those players blitz or pressure, I would bet we would be hot. So both of these guys, that's who you're pointing to. Come out here and you're pointing for the slot to be able to know where he's hot. So if both these guys blitz, then we need to have a hot answer. Okay, so the other part about this that's hard for the quarterback is post-snap, you have to confirm this. So you got to go check, check, no. Then we're good. Then he comes out and tries to rip a seam. Now, that in and of itself is hard. What makes it even harder, in my opinion, is him going 3 no hitch. So you can do this. I just think you have enough time to take a hitch, and then you can drive the ball and put it right where you want. And I think the window is still there, still trying to get it up and down in that 18 to 20 yard window. So watch the operation of this. It's a lot, y'all. Peak left, good. Seam, yes. And again, where's that snap? The ball snapped at the 35. So you're looking for the other 45. I mean, it's right there. I think he could just take a hitch. Watch the footwork here. It's not easy to go left, 1, 2, 3, no hitch, throw. And we just miss him just by a tick. But man, there's a lot to like. Just as far as the operational systems, like that, the operating process. We're hot to the left. We're good. We got a shot down the field. We see it. We throw it. It's just so close. But again, watch the footwork down here. 1, 2, 3, take a hitch. You don't have to 3 no hitch these seams. I've never been in an offense that makes you 3 no hitch seams. Now you can if it pops, but this to me doesn't pop. Next one, a very rare triple for this channel. The last 3 clips here will be incompletions. This one is a few different things. I love the aggressiveness. It's close to being there. I also love the pocket movement. Also like the design here. This looks like a real NFL offense. Again, look at the pocket movement, y'all. Subtle, gets right to the sweet spot, up, over, sets his feet, just barely misses it. He just barely out over the outstretched hands. Now, the part that stings, okay, and this is why watching film sometimes stings, the deep flag or corner isn't there, maybe with leverage. The other routes are. And it happens sometimes if you're going to go in a kind of a pure progression type system where you're going to say, hey, we're going to take a shot down here to the bottom of the screen. If it's there, let's let it rip. Now, I think you can make the argument that this isn't there. And again, you should probably know if you watch the channel why I'm going to say it's not there. It's the outside leverage. It's not that it's not there. It just means this throw, the defense wants you to make this throw. You can hit it if you put it right down his line. It's just hard as hell to do that because you can't miss this way because we've got the corner this way. You can't really miss this way much either because you've got the safety over the top. So, if you miss over here, it's tough. And then the other part about it, and this is the part that I always think stings when you take a shot down the field and don't hit it, is you've got all this space for runaways here. So you've got the over crosser, you've got the backside in probably. Now again, is this the greatest route in the world? I would say no. I like the fact that he kind of resets it and comes across, but man, not a lot of separation for how much space there is over there. So again, just watch the leverage at the corner at the bottom. See how he's outside leverage? I mean, it's kind of there. It's half open. Now, I'm not mad at taking the shot. I think it'd be a great shot if he hits it. Thanks, Captain. But let's say he doesn't like it just because the leverage of the corner right here when he turns around and looks. Now, the safety is going the other way, so that might be a reason why you would want to throw it as well. His hips are facing the other way. But you can see the crosser and the in, both of those are going to be nice big hits. And again, it's always easy with a clicker and a marker, so don't come at me sideways in the comments. I just think it's worth acknowledging. I like the aggressiveness. I love the pocket movement. We just barely missed the throw. But sometimes, and as you get more trust in a system and a play caller, and a competent one at that, you don't have to take every shot. So if the shot's not perfect, just get through the read. And you can see here that crosser and the in are probably there as well. Close. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please like, subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications, let it wash over you. An easy way to support the channel. I sincerely appreciate you subscribing, getting the notifications. It means a lot to me, so thank you for doing that. Again, the Quarterback School Patreon community, great way to get even more Quarterback School content and support the channel. We also have Quarterback School courses. This is by far the most in-depth premium content available through the channel. We have courses on all of my favorite football topics, RPOs, tempos, pass protections, how to beat every single coverage. We even have an entire offensive system. So if you dig the way that I talk and teach ball, you will love the courses. Hop over there, enroll. The link's in the video description. We also have a bunch of free resources available. Finally, make sure to follow me across social media platforms. I certainly appreciate your support. As for this video, let's get back to it. Next one here, 3rd and 10. This is a really nice job. This game plan EE to me, short motion up top, comes the new number 2, little slant, really just dropped defensively. Really nice job from Mac Jones here, kind of playing this thing quickly. So seeing it, quote unquote, air quotes here, processing it quickly, get it out. See how fast he kind of hits that back foot and is able to go Oh, they dropped him. Boom. Right on him. It's not a perfect throw, but it's a he's wide ass open throw. Let's just put it on him. So the number one, the new one operates as almost like a clear. They get confused. Way too much space over there. I'm guessing the linebacker, the middle linebacker type, drops to the wrong side. He probably should be working to the field to close that space. You can see the safety and the middle linebacker are standing in the same real estate. Not what you want when you got a guy wide ass open on the other side. But I like Mac Jones, the base he's able to play with, the vision to be able to see it, get it out of your hands. Good enough throw. Do not miss layups like this. 3rd and 10, they make a mistake, make them pay. Boom. See it, get it out. Nice. Next one here, another 3rd and long, 3rd and 8. This is probably my favorite throw of the game. Up top, we're going to rip the deep in. Mac Jones does a great job of hanging tough in the pocket, staring down the barrel. Got a guy, got Green running right in his face. Throws a good enough ball up. Guy goes up, makes a nice play for him. So again, they run a little game to our left. And you can see Mac Jones playing the hot to the left. Look at that. 47 jumps right in his face. You see all that green flash. Doesn't bail. Hang. Deliver it down the field. Nice job by 8-4 going up, making that play as well. Just a really nice job, man. 3rd and long, you're going to have to hang in there sometimes. There's going to be color flash in your face. No panic. No happy feet. He's hanging right there. I mean, look at the base he's able to play with here. Boom. No heel click. Ready to throw. Look how fast he's able to go. Okay, I'm throwing it. Guy right in his face. Can't finish the throw. Hitting the ribs. Driving the ball down the field. That's a hell of a play. That's a really nice job of hanging tough by Mac Jones here. Making sure he's able to deliver the ball down the field on 3rd and meaningful. 3rd and long. 3rd and tough. 3rd and 8. No. Boom. Go up and get it. Love it. Next one here, the sweet irony. Haas wide juke. They really play the perfect defense here. It's easy to answer this kind of question on a test when you have the clicker and you just say, hey, throw the hitch. It's a lot harder to play this type of play when they have the perfect answer to this play. I think a lot of teams run iteration of Haas wide juke. This is kind of the worst case scenario defensively. And they pay the price here. Backup left tackle in, gets routed, all bad. So what is Haas wide juke? It is just hitches on the outside, seams on the inside, and then that juke kind of by the middle player. So we'll go all the way in here. Here's the hitch, mirrored on both sides. So hitch, here's the seams, kind of running up the inside of the numbers, Then that juke route right over the ball. And some teams run it differently where you can kind of come right up. Some teams give a lot of freedom here, but essentially you're coming in here and you can come back out, you can go across. You're essentially got the ability to do whatever the hell you want. Now, the way that teams read this can be different ways. Yeah, I've heard a bunch of different ways to do it. I prefer to think middle field closed. So here's middle field close. Pick a seam. I prefer the slot seam versus the 2 seam to the 3 side, but pick a seam, so 1 or 1 down to 2, the juke. If you catch open, I think the easiest thing to do is to just say, do you have a hitch? You can like alert a hitch, and we're trying to get the ball to the juke. I don't love seams versus most of the open looks, thinking more quarters, brackety, combo coverage. Now here is tough because this is closed. You would think you might have a seam, okay, but they're carrying the seams. So what does that mean? That means that it's not like old school country cover 3. These guys are running with the seams. So now these seams are not as good, in my opinion. So you say, all right, great, dude. You told me to go to the juke, so now I should go to the juke. Well, they're playing cover 1. So we've got somebody on the juke. So he's right here, boom. But they've also got an extra hole player. So it's essentially 2 on him. So, maybe if you've got all day and it's 7 on 7, you could come out here and throw like a hitch as a check down. But it's going to be tough to do that, in my opinion. I've seen it done. It's more 7 on 70 of a read. This, to me, is more realistic. It's not there. The juke isn't there. You get sacked. Now, right here, strip fumble, all bad. But again, play it out. You can see the seams carried. You can see the juke doubled. Clicker, coach tells you to throw the hitch down here to the bottom. Just not realistic. Hit. You'd love to hold on to the ball. Not always the easiest thing in the world. This is what happens when you've got dudes in there who aren't that first line. So just a lot going on, but we can see kind of the read what it looks like. Pick a seam, no, juke, and it almost looks like he goes the opposite of what I'm saying as far as juke or seam. He looks like he goes juke right there, then he's going to throw the seam to the right. Now, I personally wouldn't live in that world. In fact, I've never seen that world promoted. It might flash on you, but right here, just hold on to it. 1 second too late, bad things happen. So that is a wrap. Mac Jones, preseason, week 2. Now, let's not overreact, go bananas. But for me, it's just refreshing to see the dude in what I consider a competent, comprehensive NFL offense that's given him answers. We're running RPOs. We're getting the ball out of his hands quickly for the most part. We're going empty. He's hanging in the pocket. He's got his pocket movement. He's being aggressive down the field. Now, was it perfect? No. But, it's preseason. It's not going to be perfect. But I thought that there were a lot of positive signs for what this offense can become, what Mac Jones probably should and can be all the time. So I'm excited to see more. Let me know who you want to see next. I appreciate you hanging to the end. I will see you next time. Have a good one.